Today on Geek Devotions, we're talking about Star Wars The Clone Wars, the Mon Cola people, and why you shouldn't be weary of doing good. Hello, and welcome to Geek Devotions, a show from devoted geeks who are devoted to letting people know that they are loved. I am Celeste, and with me is...
Dallas. And if you're new to our show, we take geek pop culture items like movies, video games, and comic books. We use them to let people know that they're loved. So, if you don't watch past this moment right here, right now, know this. We love you.
We do.
We care about you. And there's hope for you.
Before we get into today's devotion, don't forget to check out our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, as well as our website. And should we go ahead and tell them what next month is going to be? We'll think about that and let you know on the flip side. As we said before, today we're talking about Star Wars The Clone Wars, the animated series. And guys, I have to say, Dallas and I have started watching it this year. We've never watched it before. And we are... I don't know about Dallas, but I'm in love with it. It's beautifully done. The storylines are great. They're super in-depth, but you have enough of the silliness in there that you're like, yeah, kids would enjoy this. And then other times you're going, oh my god, this is a kids show?
It's so freaking awesome, though.
It's so freaking awesome. We are on a mad dash right now, though, to finish out the Clone Wars before Season 2 of Mandalorian drops at the end of October. We're so psyched about that, but they're bringing one of my favorite characters from the Clone Wars into Mandalorian, so I really want to know what happens with her in the Clone Wars before we get to Mandalorian. And I just found out that apparently there's some stuff about her in Star Wars Rebels, and now my plans are completely shot, but I'm still going to try and finish Clone Wars, so at least I have a general understanding of the storyline.
We can do it!
We can do it! So that being said, we've now made it to Season 4 of the series after dragging our feet through most of Season 1 and 2. We've hit a burst and we're in Season 4. And there's a storyline in Season 4 that's really, really fascinating. It deals with the people of General Akbar. He's Captain Akbar, that's a trap guy. Him. But you see his homeworld. You see where he's from. And it is a planet called Mon Cola. And it has two races of people, the Mon Calamari. Yes, I know what they did there. And the Quarren, and they are opposing sides. They generally get along okay, but they're not on the best of terms. And, you know, the Clone Wars is all about the Clone Wars. So the Separatists go, that's interesting. They have issues there. We could take control. And they kill the king. And you find all of this out in the first episode of the storyline. The king is dead. This prince is a young prince. He's not led before. People are beginning to doubt, and this causes a fissure that was already there to get bigger. And this kid's really good. Like, I really like Prince Lichar. He's a good character. He's really seriously trying, but he's just not super experienced, so a lot of people don't have a lot of faith in him. Makes it a little difficult, makes it a little tiresome. But the reason I love his character is that because no matter what's going on, he always wants to do the right thing. He always wants to do something that's going to help his people, that's going to encourage them. He always wants to do good things. As Christians, we are called to do good things as an outpouring of our salvation. As people who have accepted salvation through Jesus Christ, we are supposed to go and help the poor and help people in need and just generally be good people. But sometimes that can get tiring. Sometimes you just don't want to do good things anymore because there's so much not good in the world, and it can be discouraging. If you're in that place right now, I have encouragement for you, and it comes from Galatians 6, 9 through 10. And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap, if we do not give up. So then, as we have opportunity, let us do good to everyone, and especially those who are in the household of faith. Doing good things is a mandate that we're given. It's something that should naturally pour out, but when it's not naturally pouring out, when we start to get tired because we're not seeing the fruit from us doing things that we know God would want us to do, that's when we have to go, it's gonna be okay. Because if I don't give up, I will reap good things. I will see these things come to pass that I've been wanting to see. And it brings glory to God. So even if the result is not what you're wanting, the result may be better than what you were thinking. Now let me clarify something here. We need to bring balance. We need to rest and take care of ourselves and take care of our priorities. We have a very specific outline of how things should be prioritized in our lives. And doing good for others, while it is important, is not as important as your relationship with God or your relationship with your family. It is important though. So just make sure you have some balance with that. Learn to say no. It's okay to say no. But if you can do it and it doesn't hurt anybody and it's a good thing, go ahead and say yes. So this is my challenge for you today. Are you looking for opportunities to do good? Are you keeping your eyes open to go, you know what, that person looks like they're thirsty. I could go take them a water bottle. Are you doing that? Or are you involved in your own life? There's been a lot of stuff going on, and it makes it very easy to become insulated and self-centered. Not that you would be doing that, but it makes it all the more difficult to look around us and see the needs. So are you looking around and seeing the needs? Well, that was your devotion for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. I know that I enjoyed putting it together.
Yeah, that was cool.
Enjoyed watching the source material. So it is now time for the question of the week.
The week.
Question of the week. What is your favorite alien race from Star Wars? And if you don't do Star Wars, just alien race in general. I'm not picky.
That's a hard one.
It is a hard one.
Technically, the humans are alien.
They are.
Dun, dun, dun.
I feel like that'd be kind of boring, though, to say that's your favorite. There's so many interesting...
There are some very fascinating races on this show.
There really are.
And in the books.
And I like that this is giving you a feel of all the others.
Right.
So, that's our answers.
There you go.
Although they're not answers.
Hey, we just want to remind you guys, check out all of our social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just look for Geek Devotions. We pop up pretty easily on all the platforms. And hey, don't forget to check out our podcast, Comm Talk by Geek Devotions. We have a brand new episode coming out this Sunday. But if you want context for it, check out last Sunday's podcast.
2 episodes in a week?
Or in a month.
In a month?
We're getting regular, guys. We have a lot of plans coming up for the next several weeks for Comm Talk, so make sure you subscribe to all your favorite podcast catchers, including Spotify.
Speaking of plans, Dallas,
Celeste,
what is the theme for October?
For October, guys, we are doing murder mysteries. As we're calling it Who Done It Month. And guys, next week we're going to have something really special planned for you, but you need to pay attention. All right, so all that being said, until next week, remember,
stay devoted.
Peace and love.